Let's go, Miss Robin!
What about
Woo! Woo!
When we say housing justice for all, we mean all.
Yes.
Unity every borough. Unity Long Island, unity upstate New York. This is a unity that is very new, that we've never seen before, that we find now, that we will keep now. We mean it. I am not part of an organization. I'm an ordinary person. When we speak about legislation, it's very wordy. A lot of words, a lot of words. But now I say bring it down to work. Ordinary people. What does preferential rent mean to us when we live in fear every moment that it could be snatched away if maybe we come forward and speak out? They'll retaliate. They'll snatch away preferential rent. We'll be forced out of our homes. Vacancy decontrol, we know what that means. 20% vacancy. It's the motivation they have to push us out, and that's what they do. It brings me to NCI.
Whoa.
I come from the community of Jamaica, an entire community being decimated by NCIs. Decimated, what does it mean? Forced out. What does a rent increase of $500 a month mean? What does a rent increase of $600 a month mean? It's not sustainable. We're forced out. An entire community of families, ordinary people. Let me ask, who buys into the myth that they cannot maintain their buildings if the cost is not shifted to the tenants? Who believes that's true? Let me tell you, it's not true. They spend millions and millions and millions of dollars in new acquisitions, increasing their portfolio. They have enough money to maintain their buildings.
Yes.
They should be required to. Let me say it differently. It's a lie. Everybody face it. It's a lie. That's why we have to change it. We stand together. We're united. We will change it. We must change it. We will change it.
Woo!
But next, I live in Jamaica, Queens.
Spell your last name. Which complex in Jamaica?
I live in a Sarah-owned building. This is a
Ward landlord, Sarah,
who has bought more than 40 buildings in the community of Jamaica. He continues to expand and is expanding in the community of Elmhurst at this point as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
Great job, Miss Robin!
Before we hear from
Now! Affordable housing! Now! Affordable housing!
when do we want it?
Now!
Everybody talk fast. Oh, okay. We're gonna hear from one more tenant before we hear from Senator Giannato. Veronica Glasgow from Harlem.
Great!
Hi, yes. I'm Veronica Glasgow. I am a retired director of social service. I have seen homelessness firsthand. Since I retired in 2010, I have seen the roads triple. We have to do something about this. People continue to live on the street and shelters. They build shelters. Why not build affordable housing? Yeah. We need affordable housing. I have this firsthand. In my household, I have an employed granddaughter and a great-grandson that cannot find affordable housing. I would like to live my years, the rest of my years, in peace. I can. I hear a baby night and day. You know, we need affordable housing. We don't need more shelters. You pay for shelters triple what you would pay to house a person, a family. We need affordable housing.
Now.
now.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's smart, right?
Thank you.
House Power! House Power! Casa Power!
And now we'd like to hear from Queens, Senator Michael Giannara.
Casa Power!
Thank you to all the tenants who came out here today. We'll never be defeated.
Tenants united will never be defeated. Tenants united will never be defeated. Tenants united will never be defeated.
No excuses, Democrats.
Casa Power!
Thank you, Senator.
Okay, good morning, everybody. We are here to say, for the last several decades, the landlords have had their run of Albany, and in 2019, the tenants finally get their turn.
Casa Power!
They get their turn because the Democrats have taken the majority in the Senate. Joining our friends in the Assembly who have been fighting this fight for a long, long time. I am here, you're going to hear from them in turn, I'm sure, but Liz Kruger, Brad Hoylman, Julia Salazar, Robert Jackson, Zelda Myrie, Brian Kavanaugh. Majority in the Senate. A majority that cares about tenants first, and that is what we're going to do. We have been suffering too long, and we are going to fix it. We are going to get rid of vacancy decontrol. We are going to get rid of preferential rents. We are going to get rid of MCI. And let's talk about rolling back some of these unfair rent increases. My friends in Queens on which side on the movement fighting this fight with us for a long time. I don't want to take too much time, it's freezing out here, but we are not going to be deterred by the weather or anything else. We're going to come out when we need to, we are going to be in Albany when we need to, we're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to get it done so that by the time session ends in June, we're going to come out here to celebrate laws that actually protect tenants and not landlords.
No more.
NCA!
No more.
NCR!
No more.
NCR!
No more.
NCR! Casa Power!
Thank you, Senator Salazar. I mean, Senator. Our next senator to speak is the inimitable Liz Kruger.
Hi, my name's Liz Kruger. I'm going back for my 17th year in Albany. What does that mean about me? Except when I ran, it was because I was committed to changing the housing laws in Albany. And it's taken us till this time. But as Mike Giannara just said, we are in the majority. We are in a real majority. And there's not one of my colleagues who ran for office this year who doesn't understand that this is a fundamental fight for the future, not just even of the city of New York, but for the future of the state of New York to finally pass the laws we need to pass to protect tenants and assure that the next generation of New Yorkers actually has someplace safe and habitable to live. And if you're an elected official, and I see a lot of them here, what's the #1 issue that comes to your district office every day? Housing! Housing. Imagine if you didn't have to deal with housing crises for your constituents every day of the week, year in, year out. It would make such a difference for all of our communities and for everything else we hope to accomplish as people who believe in government and believe in government as a force that does the right thing for the people. So I couldn't be prouder of the Democrats I am serving with in the Senate this year, and I'm telling everybody, you're supposed to be holding us accountable. We made you a lot of promises about housing over the years. We're going to get it done in Albany. Thank you.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Just so all of these wonderful elected officials know the system here, I'm calling people in order of appearance here today. Just so you know, I don't want to get beat up after. Our next speaker is Assemblymember Deborah Glick.
I am proud to be here with so many people who have fought so long and hard for justice for tenants, we are going to see, finally, the bills that have passed in the Assembly year after year move forward and pass in the Senate.
Thank you.
What has happened in the last 10 years, the escalation of the homelessness is directly related to the escalation in real estate speculation. This has not been about someone who is a real landlord. This is about hedge funds. This is about private equity coming in, buying up rent-stabilized buildings, knowing what the rent rolls are, and then determining that the way that they are going to make money is by throwing out people who have lived in their homes for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. It ain't right. And we are going to fix it. We're going to get it done, and we're going to get it done how? Together.
Casa Power.
Inquilinos unidos.
Jamás serán vencidos.
Inquilinos unidos.
Jamás serán vencidos.
Inquilinos unidos.
Jamás serán vencidos. Casa Power.
Our next speaker, who carries out rent control bill, one of my favorite things to talk about, is Assembly member from the Upper West Side, Linda Rose.
Thank you, Delcinia, and thank you to the Upstate Downstate Coalition, because rent control, rent regulation is not just a city issue, it is a statewide issue. So the Assembly every year dutifully passes vacancy decontrol, MCI reform, preferential rent reform, etc., etc. We've never had a partner till now. And we are so excited that we have a Senate Democratic majority, a majority that understands the plight of tenants. And it's cold out, but our hearts are warm because we're going to go out and save the tenants who have been endangered for years, whose landlords have harassed them mercilessly. I carry the vacancy decontrol repeal, as well as the rent control, changing how their rents are raised. Everybody needs relief. Landlords have had their run of Albany for decades. They can stay home in their expensive apartments here in the city, while we take care of business in Albany. I look forward to seeing all of you there. Thank you.
Definitely gonna be there.
I just like to take...
El pueblo sufre, sufre.
La renta sube, sube.
El pueblo sufre, sufre.
La renta sube, sube.
El pueblo sufre, sufre.
I just want to... Thank you.
MCI.
No more NCI. No more NCI. No more NCI. No more NCI.
No more MPI.
Mike, check. No, it's
I'd
okay.
like to
Thank you
take
very
a
much.
moment to shout out a few of the council members who I've seen here today. I think I saw, is Helen Rosenthal still here? And
Really?
Brad Landers here.
Hey, with you.
Ben Kalos.
Hello.
Always here for housing. So our next speaker is Assemblymember Dick Gottfried. There he is.
Strong rent laws and strong tenants' rights are absolutely essential to helping people live in affordable housing and helping people put down roots in a community and have some stability for themselves and their families and their neighborhoods. That's why we need stronger laws here in the city, and that's why we need to work with our new partners in the state Senate to expand the protections of rent laws and tenants' rights to all communities in the state of New York.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
People outside New York City need that protection, and when tenants all across New York State have that protection, we will have not just the voters of New York City standing up to protect tenant laws, we will have people all across New York State standing up to protect tenants' laws. That's going to be good for every community all across New York.
Woo! Casa Power!
So our next speaker is new Senator Brian Kavanaugh. We hope to see great things happen for him.
I hope I'm not jumping the line. I represent, you're standing right in my district, also a big chunk of Brooklyn. And I have been working on this now for 12 years, as is mentioned, 11 of those years in the Assembly. And I am very excited to go back to Albany for the first time in literally decades, where Democrats and people from New York City are leading both houses of the legislature and, of course, the executive. I'm going to be brief. We have a system that over many, many years has become increasingly broken. It is a system that doesn't provide for its core function of making sure people can move into neighborhoods, live in that neighborhood, and stay in that neighborhood in a stable, affordable setting. It doesn't protect tenants from harassment. In fact, in many instances, it encourages and incentivizes landlords to harass people, because many provisions of our law make the apartments more valuable if they're vacant than if they're occupied. We, simply put, are going to change all of these laws in such a way that we have a stable, functioning regulatory system that allows people who live and build our communities to continue to work there. And we're going to be looking not just at New York City, but looking at tenants' rights across the state. I'm very proud to be part of such a broad coalition, and I look forward to getting to work. Thank you.
Estamos transmitiendo desde aquí, desde el City Hall. No más injusticia con la renta.
My name is Dulcinea Glover, and I'm director of New York State Tenants and Neighbors. And I have
Más casa,
a personal statement that I am so excited
más justicia.
that we have a Democratic Senate. I'm like standing here and I feel like jumping up and down. Excitement. It's like a new day in New York. And I want to shout out Mike McKee and tenants back there.